All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. This is Glenn Adamafio. I have the honor today to sit down with another HBCU alumni, someone who is. This is a celebrity here. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know yet, but you're gonna find out. So I get the chance to sit with a great guy by the name of Julbert Abraham.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to do a quick intro so you guys know who we're getting to sit down with today. So Julbert is again a HBCU alumni.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a chance to shout out his own school. I'm not going to tell you.
Yes,
However, he is a professor of social media at Baruch College, and he definitely proves that the old saying is wrong. Those who do. Who teach can do, because he is also the owner of AGM Global, and which is a global marketing business, and he focuses on LinkedIn. And so I want to introduce you today, Julbert. How you doing?
Thank you for having me, Glenn.
I'm
excited.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. So let them know what school you went to before we go.
Absolutely. Cheney University, the first Black HBCU in the world.
Absolutely. First what?
1837.
See, look. Now he the reason he knows all those information, he's not gonna. This is a mild mannered guy. However, this is a cue right here, so I gotta be.
Yes, it is. I'm making South 5. It's already incorporated.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I just want to ask you a few things.
Absolutely.
Today. Let's start off with your background.
Yes.
So you're Haitian.
Yes.
All right. So were you born in Haiti?
Yes, born and raised.
Okay.
Came to the States when I was 14 years old.
14.
That was 20 years ago.
Wow.
So it was an interesting journey. Because in Haiti, I was fortunate to live in all part of the social class, from when I was born. My parents didn't have any money, to my dad and my mom, both entrepreneurs, built their way up, and then they ended up having money, to the whole overthrown by the government and all that stuff. So we went through all that.
Wow.
And then the country wasn't as secure at the time I was there, so my family, my mom, make a big sacrifice to allow me to come to the States.
Wow.
And live with friends and family friends. And I was a teenager.
Wow.
So not a lot of mother will separate themselves from their son and let them go live in a separate country just to have a better life.
That's amazing. I see that. Like you said, that's a unique sacrifice. A lot, but people don't understand. My family's from Ghana, and so people who are born here often don't see that side of it, and how much you will sacrifice to just try to get here. I know as Black Americans, we do have it rough, but a lot of times people don't understand how crazy it is going to other countries.
It is. It's like it's a beautiful side. Don't get me wrong. I love Haiti. That's my home. It's a beautiful side of Haiti, the beaches and so forth. But then you also have some not so beautiful side of it too. And sometimes what's happening is we all want a better life.
Absolutely.
So when America is portrayed to us as the land of opportunity, we're like, whatever we gotta do to get here.
Absolutely.
Because we all hungry for opportunity.
Absolutely, and that was one of the things. My first interview, that's with Clay. Where he echoed, like, everybody, what's going on in the world right now, people coming over the border. It's not because it smells better here. Like they want opportunity, and people are hungry. So let me ask you, transitioning coming from Haiti and going into HBCU, going into Cheney, what was that experience going into, and what was your undergrad experience like, and how did that mold you to the man?
So it's interesting you said that, because I remember I was in high school in Philadelphia, right? There was like a college night. I'm like, I guess I gotta go. So I went there just to check out girls. I'm like, what girls gonna be there? And this lady came to me like, here, fill this out. I'm like, what is this? She said, that's your application. I'm like, for what? For the school. I'm like, what school is it? I never heard of it. Right? And I'm like, okay, sure. So I fill out the application, and a couple weeks later, I got a letter in the mail saying that you've been accepted and you got a full scholarship.
Wow!
And
you got a full scholarship. Wow!
And I was like blown away. I didn't believe that actually was real.
Wow.
So I went to my aunt and I was like, "Hey, is this real?" So I started looking into the school websites, calling them, make sure, is this a real school? I didn't believe I actually got it, but it was definitely God's blessing. So I got a full scholarship, and I attended Cheney. I didn't start when everybody else started in fall. I started a couple months in advance because as one of the people that got the full scholarship, you had an opportunity to come in a couple months in the summer to see how the school is, to get some additional credits, and that was my entry point into the HBCU realm. I think it really molded me to who I am today because I went through what's called, the administration's phase, right? They make you do to a lot of hoops and holes to get your dorm, to get your papers and all that.
Yeah.
But honestly, it shows you life.
It does.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we complain as much as we can about it, but then when you go through that process and you graduate, and now you're like, holy shit, I went to Cheney's crazy administration.
Yep.
There's nothing in terms of paperwork they'll face.
Yeah, exactly. That's so true. You gotta wait to get to class.
I know.
The class might get dropped.
I know. Then you gotta figure out what's going on, or you might get a full scholarship and you're like, well, I can't get my books. Yeah. But then you find out your books is taken care after you bought it. So
it's hilarious.
Yeah, but I love it though. It's definitely it molded me in several ways because I met some of the most amazing people from all over the U.S., right? Some people that are black just like me, that are doing their thing, that has that positive mindset, and we became friends. We even started businesses together.
Wow.
And then I met beautiful women.
Of course.
It wasn't just their beauty. It wasn't that external beauty, but it was the mental beauty,
absolutely.
Right? So some of these women will challenge you in a certain statement that you make and really make you think about yourself and your future. So being surrounded with these type of people when I was at Cheney really took me to where I am now. Because of them, it pushed me to do more. And because I was doing more, I was able to get travel all over the world through a program with Cheney that a lot of people didn't even know existed.
What was the name of that program? One of you kids need to take advantage of it if it's still around.
I don't even know if they're still around,
okay.
but I was part of the Keystone Honor Program through Cheney, which was the scholarship program. And then within the scholarship program, they had another program that allowed you to travel through Europe with the Apache program, which was like they're bringing different state schools together and they pick specific students that apply for the program and then they'll take you to different countries. So I went to Italy, Germany, Austria, Belgium, the Netherlands, England, all through that same program for the summer. So it was exposure to the world, and that really changed my perspective on things. And there were a lot of opportunity to get internships. I met senators when I was there. I remember one summer I was interning at the governor's office in Harrisburg, and I was playing golf with senators.
Wow! While you're
as a college student,
kid,
right? And then I'm getting a call for another internship in DC. With the Pentagon, and I'm like, yeah, can I call you back? I'm with the senators right now.
Wow.
And they were okay with it. So that was the beauty about that experience.
And here's one of the things that I've said, and I sometimes I think people don't realize that when you are I guess I don't want to say this the wrong way.
Yeah.
When you're gifted, a gifted student, and you put the work in. One thing I've noticed, and I love, your HBCU is going to back you.
Oh yeah.
They want to put you in the front. They want to give you the opportunity.
I agree 100%.
And people don't see that.
They don't know. They don't know.
Ask.
You gotta ask the right questions. And the only reason I was able to ask the right questions because I was around the right people. Because there are people that goes to HBCU, they're just partying, and, they smoke weed, they do a bunch of stuff, they don't even go to class.
Yes.
While there are others like myself, I party, I had fun, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I went to class and I built relationship with the faculty members.
Yes.
That was the biggest part.
And so I want to piggyback on that statement right there. One of the things that we're doing with HBCU Thrive is building networks. And I agree with you. Like, would you say that building the networks that are existing in the university right there can be life-changing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example, right? Before I even pledged Omega Psi Phi and became a member of that organization, my mentor, right, is one of my professors who's also a Q, right? He had his own business. He run a chemical company in Delaware. and I've learned so much in this class alone. So I looked up to him, and not only when I before I became a Q, but then after I became a Q, what happened to me is I became a Q on spring 2007. Then May 2007, I flew to Europe, went to the program, spent a couple months in Europe, and then came back around August, and I had no money, right? Because I spent all my money over there. And all I did is I made 2 calls. I call him, my professor, say, hey, I'm back in the States, I don't have any money. Do you know of any program? He said, don't worry about it, just come to the school the next day. And then I called my line brother, and he said, don't worry about it, just come to school. Those 2 phone calls got me a place to sleep and eat, and a job, in the school, right?
Wow.
Just because of that network. So it's extremely powerful, and I think a lot of people that are watching this, if you're in school right now, talk to your faculty members.
Absolutely.
Build that relationship with them, because when they know who you are and you know more about them, it opens up so many doors for you.
Definitely. I agree 100%. So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So now, I believe, we both of us coming from international families.
Yes.
I believe that HBCUs, I think they need to expand their role as far as the steps that they take to be involved in the global community. We have the diaspora is large.
Yeah.
We're in many different countries. And I think one of the great things that HBCUs are doing is that they're producing talent.
Oh yeah.
But then when that talent comes out, it's like, well, what do I do? Sometimes it's hard in America, sometimes it's hard to leverage that talent. I think they really need to start building more so on those connections and say, like in a country like Haiti, in Ghana, what do you need? You need engineers?
Oh wow,
we got engineers.
That's huge, and I think that's a big opportunity that a lot of the HBCUs are not taking advantage of right now, right? Because you think about it, you have all these talents that you've cultivated over the years. Most of these people, some of them are from different countries, like myself, like you. Now, tapping into our network and say, hey, we would love to go to Haiti or Ghana and build relationship with that community, with those companies down there. And then now what would happen is not only you're able to bring in that new graduate with that engineering degree to Haiti or Ghana, but then now you're in front of that potential talent that's already in that country. You
can help mold them.
And a lot of people don't think about that, because guess what? You think those countries don't have money? Nah, it's just billions and billions of dollars from some of these people, because guess what? Those people travel all over the world. They have businesses all over the world. Their kids are traveling all over the world. I mean, even when I was in Haiti, I remember I was in school, and some of my friends, their vacation was coming to the States for summer. Right? That was their vacation. I'm just gonna come to Miami for the summer and then go back to Haiti. Or they go to Miami, France, Italy, Japan, and China, and then go back to Haiti.
The world is so much bigger than America. I think we really need to expand our mind as far as how we think about the talent that we're cultivating and where they can take advantage of the skill sets that they're helping to build. What essentially these schools are doing is providing young people with a mobility asset. You're developing a skill set that you can leverage, and so we need to have that conversation, start to cultivate the conversation. This is bigger than just
it's bigger than your state, bigger than just the country. But you gotta look at, with the internet, we're also connected now.
And we're gonna get into that. This is this man's expertise, so we're gonna definitely get into that. So I wanna move on to your entrepreneurial journey. So tell me, after you finished college, you graduated, how did you decide to become? So you already told me that your family was your family entrepreneur. However, did you transition? Like me personally, I never wanted to work for anybody. I did have jobs, plenty of them. But I was just one of the people like, this is not for me. So did you transition immediately, or did you start off?
Good question. So before I came to the States, I never knew about what's called a 9 to 5. that was brand new to me till I came to the U.S.
Wow.
And I was like, people are going to work. They're like, yeah, I gotta go punch in. I'm like, what is that?
That's so funny. 'Cause you don't think about how other countries' cultures are different. It's different.
What is that? Because to me, I grew up. My dad he was building homes. My mom was running the store. I'm helping him. I'm always either in a construction site or I'm in a corner store helping them. So the idea of having a 9 to 5 was brand new to me.
Wow.
So at the same time, I wanted to know what it was like. However, when I was in college, I didn't want to be one of those broke college students. So I said, me and my friends were like, hey, we want to meet girls, we want to make money, let's start a business. So
wow. I should have been hanging out with y'all.
So we started our first company. We had it for 4 years. We had the local schools as some of our clients. We did their banquets, their graduation, and so forth. And then after I graduate, we didn't want to do the same thing anymore. We said, okay, we want to see how's the job market like. So that was around 2008. Things wasn't pretty, I got a couple job offer and they took them back because of the economy. But I ended up at a really good place. I ended up at the rental car company.
Okay.
And I learned some skill set there that helps me become the entrepreneur that I am today. Because when I was working for the rental car company, I was managing a branch. I was running a branch like it was my own business. So I had employees, I had a team, I had to train them, I had to take care of the customer, etc. So that environment put me in that mindset to just building their own business. And then what created that transition is because I became unhappy. Because I'm like, I'm putting all this effort in, right? I'm managing this organization for this company, and I'm only seeing this much.
Of what you're producing.
Of what I'm producing, and it started not making sense to me anymore. So I started a side biz with my friend. That fell, but it learns. I learned a lot from it. Then I got another job with an insurance company. That one was more corporate, and I realized that I'm not more corporate. Like I can't stay behind a cubicle all day.
I understand.
And I wasn't the right fit for that. So when I got laid off, I found myself with my back against the wall where I had to do something to pay the bills because there were no more money coming in, and the family couldn't help me. So what I ended up doing is started a consulting business in my apartment using my laptop and my cell phone.
So this is where it really gets interesting, right? So it's been interesting all the way to right now.
Yes.
But this is the power. I want to, for any student, for any alumni, for any administrator, you have to hear this story because it is proof that there are no limits today. These days, no one can stop you from producing. Because with your laptop and your phone, you can go to work and do your own thing.
With the power of the internet, it's really unlimited potential.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. So let's get into that, right?
Okay.
So you started off. You're in your apartment on your laptop. Okay. You decide to go into LinkedIn at this point.
So here's what happened. My last role at the insurance company, one skill set that they taught us is how to use LinkedIn. Because I was managing about $10 million of business for them, and I had to do research on all of our clients before we accept them as clients. So I learned how to use LinkedIn very, very well in that role. What ended up where LinkedIn became important to me is because I'm like, oh shit, I gotta make money and I need to start something. And my mind, so I'm like, well, I wanna work with companies. So I'm like, well, I know LinkedIn, there are all these decision makers that I can get access to. So then I went in, redo my full account, and then I said, okay, let me see what kind of people I need to meet. So I just started reaching out to people, build a relationship, reaching out, build a relationship, reaching out, build a relationship, and sending out messages, connecting with people. And some of them will get back to me, some of them won't. But then there was that one person. I reached out to her. I said, hey, I noticed you got a business. I looked at your website. I think I can help you. I'm a marketing consultant. Would love to chat. And then she said, sure. She got on the phone with me. I told her some ideas that I had that can help her. She said, okay, let's meet. So we met face to face. I remember that it was at Roycus, New Brunswick. She came from Philly. I came from North Jersey. We met. I sat down with her. I said, "Hey, here's how I think I can help you. Let's give this a try." She said, "Okay, I'll give you a try." So, that was my starting point.
Wow.
Right?
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. It was like it was a blessing.
That's
because I needed to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Like my car was being repossessed. I was getting evicted out of my apartment.
Wow.
All my credit card were maxed out.
Wow.
So I had to make something happen.
That's amazing. And so could you tell people like I know I did a quick interview,
Yes.
quick introduction, but can you tell people what your company does now?
Yes.
I'm gonna. This is a pretty humble guy, so I'm gonna brag on him a little bit. This man has over 400 companies that he's worked with globally.
Yes.
He's been featured in your favorite magazine for business. So I know he probably wouldn't have said that, but I would say. So can you tell him? But
Yeah,
otherwise,
absolutely. So fast forward, when I started that business, that marketing consulting, I still had it was in my head where I was like, I don't know if I'm the right business person. I had the degree, but I never actually run a real business.
Mm-hmm.
So I enrolled into an MBA program.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got into the MBA program, I was running the business and it was helping me pay for the MBA, my books and all that stuff. So when I graduated, I was sharing how I was doing that. And people said, I wish somebody would teach me how to do that. And that's when the idea clicked on, maybe I should focus on doing a business that focus on only one thing. So 2013, September, I launched AGM, where we solely focus on training, helping people train them on LinkedIn. And fast forward to now, we have actually 553 clients in 8 countries.
Wow.
That we've been working with.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing being able to do that
Yeah.
and keep going strong, you
Yeah.
know. So we work with clients helping them maximize LinkedIn by doing LinkedIn training, LinkedIn advertising, and also LinkedIn recruiting. So that's just our 3-tier service where we help the entrepreneurs that's getting started, to the mid-sized company that's doing 10, 15, 20 million, and now they need to scale up to go higher, to the companies that's doing 100 million, and now they just need better talent.
Yeah.
So we able to help all 3.
That's fantastic. I'm gonna come back to the talent portion. So with you being an entrepreneur and going through this growth phase, like you've gone through from the struggle that most people don't understand. It takes time. You have to go through the struggle to get where you want to go. But what were some of the biggest lessons, the biggest takeaway that you would say to anybody who wants to get into business or wants to become an entrepreneur? Because I think nowadays everybody wants to, even if they have a job, wants to start something. What are the lessons that you think they need to
a couple lessons. One, it's mindset, right? What I mean mindset is you're gonna have a part of you that tells you you can't do it, and you're gonna have a part of you that's gonna say, yes, you can. So there's gonna be some internal conflict in between yourself, and then it comes down to the people you surround yourself with. So if you're around a lot of people that's gonna say, oh, business gonna fail, nothing's gonna work out, most people, their business closed after the first year, then nothing's gonna happen. But if you around people that said, hey, I'm doing this, I'm gonna make it work, and now you have more control. So surrounding yourself with the right people and having the right mindset was by far one of the most important lessons. And I do that till this day. I'm always going at conferences. I'm always learning. I'm in mastermind groups. So I'm always around people that are either doing as well as I am or doing better, right? Or even where I want to be. So it's always a learning process, which is lesson number 2. The learning never stops, because I listen to Audible heavily, so I'm listening to books when I'm driving, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm having conversation with people to understand how their business work, right? So I had my own podcast where I just interviewed a guy last week who took this business from 0 to 50 employees. I don't have 50 employees yet, but listening to him, I'm learning the different phases of growth that I should be preparing myself for.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So you have mindset, you have learning, you have perseverance.
Yes.
Because this shit is not easy.
It's not at all. Not at all.
You could be doing like this and then it dip. I mean, I've experienced that where I'm in top of the world, and then it dipped. Now I gotta get myself back up. So
Yep.
it's definitely a roller coaster.
Absolutely.
All right. So I think those three, if you can focus on those three in the beginning, that should really get you going. There's more to it, but I think mindset, learning, and perseverance, it will definitely take you to that at least the 6-figure mark.
Absolutely, that's great stuff. And so I want to throw in something that he just said that was key.
Yes.
You basically said your net worth. Your network is your net worth, without saying it like that. You know, that's an old saying, but it's absolutely true. People you surround yourself with, you need to be around good people who are focused and want to achieve it. And I want to piggyback on something that you said before, was as a student, there's rarely going to be a time in your life where you're going to be surrounded by so many young African American, Black people on the same mission. And a lot of times what these kids do, I just talked to my professor, you're like, okay, well, I'm not friendly. The way he kept saying, I'm not friendly, I don't reach out to people. You need to touch and realize that these are other people who should be part of your team because they're on the same mission as you.
Absolutely.
So you never know. I find it funny. I look at when I go back to, I'll go back and talk to the students. And this one graduated with me, and she's working for TV1 as a high executive, and this one's a lawyer. And I'm like, how did I not know you when I was here? Because like we should be like this already. But these are the missed opportunities. Like you should always make a use of that network.
I think that's being in that environment in the HBCU. We party together, we go to class together, decide, hey, what homework is due, having conversation where people get to know you. I mean, one of my best friends, he lives in Abu Dhabi right now.
Wow.
Right? He lives in Abu Dhabi, he works for NYU, and, he has his own photography side business.
Wow.
But he's enjoying himself. However, anytime I want to go to Abu Dhabi, I'm not staying at a hotel. I'm staying with him.
Exactly.
Exactly. So it's that value that you're able to create by just getting to know the people that's sitting next to you, right? You're at lunch, somebody's sitting next to you. Hey, what's going on? Where you from? What's going on with you? That conversation will build a friendship that's gonna last.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So let me ask you, I'm going to go piggyback on what your business does specifically. I think that what you do is amazing, and you're welcome, you're very welcome. That students, alumni, and universities could benefit from the value that you provide. Could you, if you just really quickly, if a student, how can a student maximize what they're doing or increase their likelihood of success by leveraging LinkedIn?
Good. So I'll give you a story. A couple years back, I did a session for NYU and Rutgers to the students, and then I met this guy, young guy. His name is Ari. He reached out to me on LinkedIn. Right, he was a freshman in college, and this guy reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm a freshman. I'm just looking to build a relationship. Would love to connect." I said, sure. I connected with him, talked to him, and his mindset was not of a freshman. It was more of a senior. Because this guy started using LinkedIn, tap into his alumni network, which we all have access to, and start getting internship. So this guy was getting internship for his freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and senior year, while he was a freshman. Right?
That's fantastic.
That's the power of LinkedIn for that student.
Wow.
Now, let's say you're not a student, you graduated, you never really use LinkedIn. You may not even have a profile, right? Let's say you decide, I'm going to create one. Guess what? If you add the school that you attended, you have access to that alumni network, right? Rutgers alone, I think, got like over 200,000 alum that graduated from there.
Wow.
Imagine you being an alum and going through that school that you went through and just start looking at people that graduated 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Your mind will be blown away. And guess what? They're very open to have conversation with you because you guys share that same bond. You went to the same school. So that's the value add for the alumni. Now for the actual university, I'll tell you, when I applied for my MBA program, the ad was an ad I saw on LinkedIn.
Wow.
right?
Wow.
That
Wow.
MBA program is over $50,000
Wow.
in
Wow.
tuition.
That's good stuff.
So I want you to think about
Think
that.
about that.
So if you're an HBCU, and I realize a lot of HBCU are not doing this right now, there is no reason that you should not be advertising on LinkedIn. Especially if you have a graduate program and you want to bring and attract the right student, or you have an online program, you want to bring and attract the right students. Doing some targeted ads on LinkedIn, you can literally target people with specific skill set or people that have specific job role that you know, based on your audience, if these people go to your school for an MBA program, once they graduate, they're gonna go from that manager level to a VP or director level. So you need to start leveraging that, you know?
And now I want to piggyback on that.
Yeah.
This is something I talk about all the time, and we're going to have more conversations about this. When you talk about that, helping someone go from a manager level to a VP level, what you're doing is you're creating value in that person's life. And now one of the things that HBCUs, the institutions, are having challenges with is raising funds. And one of the things, I have conversations with my friends who are in, roles, and we say, one of the things that they need to focus on is capacity building, value adds for their alumni, so that it's not, you don't have to ask for the money. They just want to give it to you. Because you helped me so much. Let me help you.
I'll give you an example. Because of my scholarship, if Cheney reach out to me and say, hey, we want you to donate to the school, I'm not gonna say no. It's more like, shit, I didn't have to pay to go there. I'll write out the check.
And so now I want to ask you another question. So you're a professor.
Yes.
Okay. So I have this idea, and I'm wondering. I don't know how it works. I have to do more interviews, but people like you who are actually you're doing it. Right. I feel that we have a lot of alumni who are out here. They're doing things. But there's specific challenges or hurdles with becoming a professor. They may want to give back. They want to give back their talent. It's more than just giving money, but definitely giving back your talent, your experience. If there was a way that you could teach, not just like, online, or maybe a combination, and you can
online,
make it offline, make it flexible. Is that something that you would do? I know being a professor right now, if somebody like Cheney, you could do it from afar. You don't have to do it right there.
If it's something that I can do online, I'll do it. Because right now, in terms of bandwidth and the client base and what I'm doing, it's tough to be on campus, because that's in PA, that's 2 hours away. However, if it's an online program where I can come in and do a class on entrepreneurship, I think it's what they have to create is you got to create that flexibility. If you want to have certain type of people teach the students, people that have experienced it, that have been there, done that, and you say, hey, this could be another form of give back, then one, you have to have a strong enough database and be able to build that relationship with them, right? It's not just when they graduate, you just say, hey, we want that check now.
Exactly.
But what I think the part that I think right now, because right now we're in an amazing time. I know kids that are not even 20-year-old that's doing 7 figures with their laptop and their cell phone, right? And some people don't want to go to college because of that. So if you're a college, university, you want to keep the students that you have, teach them that skill set, or bring somebody that has that skill set, right? That can use e-commerce and create a store without having a brick and mortar store. Teach that to your kids, show them how they can generate money, and now not only they're learning from the class, but they're making money to pay that student before they graduate.
Absolutely.
And that puts you in a position where now they know you open that opportunity to them, and it's more like, hey, we're looking for $10,000 to build this. Okay, sure.
And so, I think those are the unique things that all these schools are talking about. They're trying to express their story. They're trying to get if you're talking about a business, a unique selling point. How can we attract students? What value can we bring that's unique, that shows we should do that? These are the type of things.
Show them how to make money.
Yeah, show them how to make money. Show them how to make money.
That's it. Show them how to make money, and you got them for life.
And not only that, show them how to make money through e-commerce, but but also the degree that you come in. If say you come in and you're gonna be a nurse, how do you apply that on a larger scale? Not just a job. How do you create something for yourself? How do you come in and you get the job, but then you create something else? You can bring other people in.
That's the entrepreneurial mindset, right?
Yep.
So yeah, you could teach some people how to do e-commerce. Some people will get it and run with it. But then some people, you know, they're like, okay, I gotta get a degree, but I'm gonna do this. But they don't have no idea what all else is possible.
Yes.
Right? So that's why you gotta bring in people that's already doing that.
And you have that in your alumni
Yes.
base. You already have it.
Yeah, exactly. You go to your alumni database and you can literally have access to that on LinkedIn and just pick out the ones that you want to reach out to.
Wow.
It's not
that powerful.
Yeah.
It's that powerful.
It's not complex. It's really simple.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, you have to do the work to get what you want.
That's fantastic, man. This has been enlightening. I'm going to tell you. So I would say if anybody, a student, a alumni or a university would like to get in contact with you, how do they go about doing that?
You could go on my website, abrahamglobal.com. You can shoot me an email or LinkedIn message, Julbert Abraham, and we can connect. And I'll be happy to help as much as I can.
That's fantastic, man.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. That was a great conversation. So we're gonna wrap this one up. I look forward to seeing everybody on the next installment, and want to thank Julbert for taking the time to sit down.